as a man, it's been an incredible journey. You know, step by step and a lot of nose in the dirt, you know what I mean, messing up to learn type stuff. But literally it's been night and day, man, because when we did that first album, which was my first album, which was Greatness in the Making, like you said, had a little boy that had just been born, and I was still even a knucklehead a little bit. I thought I had all the answers, but I didn't. You know, but it was really a great progression to learn and step by step to, you know, get where we are now. You know, again, just what I've done in a short period of time, and I feel like I got a lot of ways to go. But you know, with the house, with my baby girl, with the level of where the music is now, where the team is now, you know, all of that is just. It makes me happy, honestly. It lets me know that I'm going in the right direction, that we're progressing to move forward. And honestly, that's the goal always, is just to be better than the guy that I was yesterday.
You've been doing this for, I mean, forever.
You can say forever.
You know what I'm saying? And we're getting older, man. What the hell keeps you driving?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, just the will to win. The will to win. I mean, anybody who knows me knows I'm incredibly competitive. I like to win. Everybody on my team likes to win. You know, we try to prepare so we can set ourselves up as best as we can to win. But honestly, it's that competitive fire. I haven't got the goals that I wanted to yet. I still, like I said, got a long way to go. And I know that we're going to touch it. I know that we're going to get it. So the fuel in the fire just keeps on getting bigger day by day. As the clock continues to tick, I get closer and closer. We get closer and closer. So it's just a fire that keeps on burning.
There was a quote I put on Facebook. Let's give me a second. I might mess it up. It was like, they were saying something like, you know, if you want to be successful, treat success like you want to breathe.
Yeah.
You know, treat success like, you know, like it's your next breath. And, you know, the way you want to breathe every single day is how you should treat success. What does that quote mean to you? How do you deem success?
Yeah, I mean, that quote actually I think is from Eric Thomas, E.T., which I'm a big fan of him. But I deem success as when you get to the point where you're really letting all the distractions in the world out of the way and you hone in on the goal that you're trying to obtain, and you get closer and closer, and you continue to progress even through the mistakes, the things that you might have not done right or didn't work out. As long as you continue to progress and continue to hone in on that goal, and if you're getting better and the people around you are getting better, I truly think that that's success. I don't think that success should be measured by, oh, well, I have a song on the radio now, so now I'm successful, or there's more money in my bank account, that means that I'm successful. I mean, I'm rich just because the people that I have around me, people that support me, which that means more than anything else, you know what I mean? So to be successful, I would say that I'm already successful, but not as successful as I know I'm gonna be or as I strive to be.
Is your style changed?
Yeah.
You know, talk about how your music has grown.
Yeah.
You as a musician, and what's your style now?
And the style honestly hasn't changed. It's just evolved, which is the beautiful part about it. Because again, you know, when we had that interview years back, but when we had that interview, you know, I explained that the style that I have is really multifaceted. It's the quick rap, it's the intellectual stuff, it's the, you know, metaphors, it's the, you know, all these different things jumbled up into one. And now I feel like I've got an opportunity to hone each of these individual chambers, so to speak, as far as the overall picture is concerned. So honestly, the style hasn't changed. It's just evolved now to a place where I feel like I could touch a lot of different things, and I feel more comfortable in my artistry. Honestly, when we were starting off, you know, that was what, 2 years into doing music in general. So, you know, there's a lot of things from then to now that we've learned, that we've fixed, that we've refined, you know what I mean, that we've just made overall better. And honestly, I think the style is one of those things, because we kept everything the same way that it is with the same foundation, just continue to build on it. How can we get it better? How can we make it sound better? How can they receive it better? You know what I mean? So that's honestly how it's grown since then.
Let's talk about, you know, some of your projects now. Give us a little. I mean, you got you just released a new single.
Yeah.
talk about you as an artist now, some projects you're working on. What's your groundwork?
Yeah. So we just got the new single which we dropped called Cali, Chillin' and Loving It. It's featuring Troy Avis, my first industry feature, so we're really excited about it. We're full-fledged behind the single right now, just getting that out there to the world. We're really gearing up for something that we got which is really, really special. It's gonna be a new album, which is the New Hits album that will be coming out mid to end October, which is gonna be honestly, and I kid you not, the best body of work that we have ever put out, hands down, no word of a lie. Literally one of those where you just press play and you let the whole thing ride. And if you press play and you don't let it ride, money back, guarantee. So honestly, you know, those are the two things that we're really focusing on right now. We got a few videos that are about to drop, one that I shot overseas in Cape Verde, that's about to drop. We got a few other industry, you know, features that we can't quite release yet, but we got some stuff coming up in the pipeline that's we're really excited about.
BFMI, how's that group evolved?
Yeah, good question, man. And honestly, I'm happy to say tremendously. Again, just kind of thinking about back, you know, where we started, we didn't, as Kanye West would say, we didn't have the answers. It was BF before the start. Exactly. It was BF to start when, you know, when we had 30 members. Shout out to everybody that participated in BF and that held us down. Absolutely. But we evolved from BF, you know, to BFMI, where we're a legitimate business, a legitimate independent record label, kind of getting our ground under us, trying to figure out to where we're at now, where, you know, we feel like we're on the verge of breaking something incredible. We feel like we're going to set the standard for our area. You know, we feel like, you know, we're putting out some of the best music, if not the best music in the area. We can compete with anybody as far as the production and the quality of the music, the sound writing of the music. So BFMI is evolved incredibly. Right now, we're literally a full-fledged business, a full-fledged record label with, you know, whiteboards of things to do and dates and all these different things that we never even thought was available to us. And now, you know, we have a team that is truly dedicated. Everybody plays their role, from Sandra Lobo to Savage with the marketing, to obviously Eric, Michael, to Milkman, you know, to everybody that obviously plays a role. It's huge. Bruno, you know, Rolando, everybody that plays a role, it's amazing to see how each one of them have evolved and how it's just helped the overall picture and the overall teamwork of what we're trying to portray.
I'll give you a quote. I'm going to give you an example. It'll sound so funny. You decide how you think this should be analyzed.
Yeah.
Jeff Green, game changer. LeBron James, atmosphere changer. What's different between a game changer and an atmosphere changer? Because it sounds to me like you're trying to be an atmosphere changer.
Absolutely. An atmosphere changer, if I had to correlate it to something, I would correlate it to an earthquake. So Jeff Green can come in and absolutely he can score points. There's no word of a lie, potential is there. But when an earthquake happens, it's something that you can't ignore. And that's what we're trying to do. Where whether you might like us or not, you don't know or not, but once you hear the music, you cannot fault it. You cannot steer away from it. You just can't deny it. And that's that earthquake, that atmosphere changer. And I'm happy that you said that, because that's exactly what we're striving to be. And like I said, we still got a long way to go, but I promise you that we will get there.
Let's talk about, you know, every year around January, we tend to call each other and name the year.
Yeah, fact.
I got a name for actually next year. I'm not going to tell you.
I've been waiting.
I got a name, but last year was Dominate.
Yeah.
Dominate, check the stats.
Yeah.
This year was Legacy.
Yeah.
What do you want your legacy to be?
And it's funny because when you called me and you told me that the theme of the year, we'll call it, was legacy, I was like, wow, that's powerful. And if you remember, I'll never forget what you said to me on the phone. You said, it's legacy, meaning that we had to start building the legacy right now. No more games. And that's so monumental, because I agree. Literally right now is when we have to build a foundation for later on. We've been able to literally continue at this rate that we've been going for the last 3 to 4 years, on a regular basis. And again, that's the hardest part. You have to have funds, you have to have the team, you have to always be consistent with the promotion. Music always have to be there, the songwriters, the producer. So there's a lot of things that goes into it, and a lot of parts where it can falter, where the machine could have a hiccup and this part isn't working the way that it should. But once you build it right, and literally I feel like we're on the verge of literally having it right. I mean right. But once you build it right, it's something that you don't even have to worry about anymore. Because again, it's just a machine. It just happens on a regular basis. Just like Noube Productions is a machine, you know, at this point, where it's just, it's regular clockwork. Hey, it's Tuesday. This is what we do on Tuesday. You know what I mean? It's just regular and it keeps on going. And those are the people and businesses and entities I feel like that will truly be winners at the end of it. Because again, you could, like Drake said, I think it was, it's not about who gets there first. It's about who did it the best. You could get there before me, but if I get there and I stay there for 12 years, or we stay there for 10 years on top making consistent music, you can't deny it. That's that consistency.
What should people know about you or be of mine that they don't know, that they should know?
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Honestly, one thing that people should know about me and BFMI and the group of brothers that I'm working with, because we're truly a family, is please don't judge us from the outside. I mean, I feel like that happens a lot, where they might just see a Facebook post or a video and they're like, oh, these guys are full of themselves, they're putting it out there. Absolutely not. And anybody who truly knows us and has even spent 5 minutes of a conversation would know that we're actually the complete opposite of that. I want to be a role model to people, to kids, to grow up and say, hey, you know what? I never sold drugs a day in my life, period. I grew up in Brockton on the South Side, and I've known every single gangster that there probably can be. But at the same time, people and kids should know that there's an alternate route always. And don't think that just because you've seen Lil Boosie or Jay-Z as a rapper on TV and they was talking about selling crack, that the only way you could be a rapper is to sell crack. That's wrong. You can do it in multiple different ways. And our end goal, and let me say not even our, my end goal as an individual is to make sure that people can understand that, and that they can understand that you can get to your goal and you can do anything you want to do without succumbing to the norm, what everybody else is doing. You don't have to do that. My goal is just to make sure that people know, hey, you don't have to do that. You can be a rapper and be a dad and have 2 kids and have a house, a business. You can work hard and you could craft on your music. You could build a team. You could touch any goal that you want to. And I can't wait till I get there just so I can let people know that it was possible.
We the best and we flex on the rest, pitching deals is no catch. Your love luck.